G'day everybody, welcome back to The Alters. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, goodness me, a lot of stuff happened. We broke up, quote unquote, with half of the crew, and, well, the technician, I guess, gave us a good sort of knock on the head, and him, the shrink, and the miner have gone off on their own to, well, I guess try to survive in the Tur vehicle. Now, we have decided to try and find the Tur vehicle and sort of make amends and hopefully get them to rejoin. But in the meantime, we have also reached a new biome destination, whatever you want to call it, really, but we haven't exactly set up just yet, so if we're not careful, this could be the end, because we desperately need some organics to start off with. And we've already got a few other things that we need to look into as well, such as, I guess, making the call to HQ, just to have a chat with the CEO and see what they say. But I also need to speak to the doctor, so he's got something for us as well. Anyway, let's begin with the call first. Agatha? Alright, let's report the situation to her.
Hello? This is Jan Dolsky.
Jan, you're alive. Well, thank goodness. We'd lost hope completely. Now, let's get you out of there. I want a full rundown of the situation.
There was a sandstorm and all kinds of trouble. But I'm back online, and I think I'm finally at my destination. Are you in charge of the rescue now?
Yes, I am. Dr. Maxwell will not be a problem anymore. He's been discharged from his duties with immediate effect.
What about Lucas?
Mr. Pena displayed a reprehensible lack of loyalty to his employer, and he will suffer the consequences. For the time being, we've cut all communications with his station. A replacement is on the way. Of course, he'd been Maxwell's close associate for a long time. We could have predicted that if one goes astray, the other would follow. In a way, I can imagine how dealing with both of them might have had a seductive effect on you. But personally, I have to say, it breaks my heart that you let them pull you into that lunacy.
Well, Maxwell saved my life. And Rapidium.
Maxwell saved my life. And without his help, there'd be no Rapidium for you to retrieve.
Let's leave those explanations, feasible or not, for later. The details of your mission will be subject to a thorough investigation, and I'm sure you'll get a chance to speak up for yourself. You should know, however, that Dr. Maxwell was trying to use you and the success of your mission to revive a regrettable procedure.
I did kind of suspect it. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I suspected as much.
So, I suppose that means he shared some of those pseudo-philosophical ideas of his with you. I'm sure he never told you the truth about why we shut down his hideous experiments.
He and Lucas shared a theory about it.
Let me guess. Was it a heart-wrenching tale of how the corporation didn't acknowledge a true genius?
Can you just tell me your version?
It's not a version. It's what actually happened. Facts easily verifiable, if you ever had the need to do it. Of course, the details of the case have never been disclosed to the public. No wonder. It would make the company look very bad if it ever got out.
So what happened?
One of Maxwell's test subjects, a soldier, ran away from his lab and committed suicide in one of our offices. Although the word suicide doesn't quite give the act proper justice, he basically ripped himself to pieces with his bare hands.
Oh.
People were watching. Security cameras caught it. Otherwise, I would never have believed it.
What? But why?
Exactly. Why? Turns out there was a lot going on in Maxwell's lab we didn't know about. He altered people's minds as if they were machines. Made them switch personalities. Enforced inconsistent memories on them, only to erase them and try again. Every time, the procedure left a trace in those soldiers' minds. Left them more and more confused about who they are. His documentation revealed horrendous things. Records of overlapping flashes from contradictory realities. Nightmares, panic attacks, identity disorders. None of it ever reported by Maxwell. He kept the truth hidden so that he could continue his work, no matter what the cost. Driven by some irrational obsession to enhance the human cognitive system.
So, why is he still working for you?
Wait, so why the hell is he still working for you? Shouldn't he have faced trial for all that?
Of course he should, in a perfect world. But when the stakes are high, nothing's simple, Jan. If you've spent years building a company's reputation, you cannot afford to lose it overnight because of one rogue individual. Trust me. The situation was handled with utmost delicacy. The veterans were placed in mental health institutions, where they received professional help, and their families received fair compensation.
And Maxwell got demoted to mining ops.
Apparently, that was not enough to contain him. Given the first chance, he decided to resurrect his project without permission. With you as his unknowing assistant.
I don't know how I feel about either of these responses. I suppose it was sheer madness, but again, that's another one side of the story versus, you know, I guess his side. But she did say that it was all verifiable. Yeah, I guess it does sound like madness.
That's just sheer madness, and to think he tried to convince me to trust him. I'm so glad I didn't.
He convinced you into enough wrongdoing. Creating those copies of yourself. It is a prohibited act, both by law and the rules of bioethics. But I know you were coaxed to do it. And whatever your true motives, it did help you secure Rapidium. That's why I am giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Forget about Maxwell. Wipe the slate clean. From now on, you're to follow my instructions closely. Mine and only mine. And we'll have no secrets from each other anymore. Do we have a deal?
Just get me out of here.
Of course. I'll need you to do two things for me. One, construct a beacon for the rescue ship, so that they can locate you precisely.
And two?
Two is a little more complicated. You see, the rescue team cannot find out about your alters, as you call them.
What? Why?
For safety reasons. You know how it is. The more pairs of eyes see them, the more mouths will need to be controlled. And if the public is to be informed about this byproduct of your mission, it is best that it happens by means of an official corporate communication channel. It's enough that your ex-wife knows, and now also Dr. Paulson, it seems.
Who is this guy?
Paulson? Who is this guy anyway?
One of our top bioengineers. Don't ask me how Lena managed to get him involved in curing those creations of yours.
I never asked for that.
Don't worry. We'll keep them both out of the way during your trial. But trust me, it's better for everyone if no more people find out. So, you'll have to smuggle your alters onto the ship somehow.
How am I supposed to do that?
Remember, the rescue team will be fully committed to retrieving Rapidium. They do not expect to find anyone other than you down there. So all you need to do is be smart about it and use their distraction to your advantage. Fail to fulfill those conditions and I cannot guarantee the safety of your companions.
Seriously?
I've received information about the time of the rescue ship's arrival. They will land just before the sun rises on your planet. So, it will need to be a swift and well-organized boarding procedure. I'll contact you again shortly before they arrive. Start with setting up that beacon. And let's make history together, Jan.
Okay, well, I was thinking she was gonna request something even worse, which was maybe we would need to get rid of all of these altars
I don't want to jinx
altogether,
it,
but she didn't request that, so I'm grateful that we're not here, you know, eliminating our altars or anything like that. So, but smuggling them, I guess maybe that means we need to, well, my immediate thought is just crafting another ark, but instead of housing Rapidium, it'll house the altars. I'm just looking for the doctor, so let's go down to the research
I hope
lab.
our friends are safe. People do stupid things out of anger.
Yes, they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they were planning something even more stupid.
Yeah, we need to go out there and see if we can find them. You wanted to talk?
You wanted to talk. Are you feeling better about your memories? Yeah, almost. I've been thinking about all this. The purpose of my life. I have to say it's not easy, even if you give it time. And there's one thing that could help me feel more grounded. My tattoo. Remember? First thing I noticed when I woke up. I'm really missing it. Do you think there's a way I could recreate it?
Yeah, I'd love to get a tattoo myself.
Man, I'd love to get me a tattoo as well, but do you seriously think I'd know how to do it? I mean, I'm useless at drawing. Besides, you don't really think we have the proper equipment in here. Come on, Jan. You're being creative about a lot of things in here. And I'm sure some of us know how to draw. It's not just any tattoo. It was part of my identity, and I feel incomplete without it. What was it? Sisyphus. The Greek hero who rolled a stone up a hill over and over again.
I can see why you identified with him.
I can see why you identified with him. Being a medical aid worker in a hunger-stricken region must have been tough. I did identify with him, but for a different reason. You see, my life took the form of repetitive cycles too, just like his. For some time, I felt I was making a great effort rolling that stone up the hill, gaining ground in the everlasting race to become a better man, when suddenly, something would always happen to diminish all those efforts. Make me loathe myself again. Drop that stone back to the foot of the hill.
You're haunted by the same insecurities as the rest of us.
Damn. You're haunted by the same insecurities as the rest of us. You say I should be proud of saving Mom's life. What if I told you there was nothing noble about what I did? What do you mean? One day, out of the blue, Dad just appeared in my office. I was a young doctor then, and we'd been estranged for years. Turned out Mom wasn't feeling well. And since there was a long waiting line to a specialist, he thought he could use my connections. Just like that. You know our parents couldn't afford private health insurance, and going through the public system would take ages. So, Father thought I could sweet-talk a senior doctor or two.
Looks like he cared for her after all.
I'm amazed the old man cared for her after all. Maybe he thought it would be a good opportunity to order me around again. I didn't become a doctor to make my parents happy. I wanted to follow Edgar's suit. Be true to his ideals. He was the one who raised me. I was working for a community hospital, and I promised myself to be unbiased, never to put any patient before another, no matter how unwanted or self-destructive they were. But I broke that promise. I did exactly what I swore I'd never do. I failed them. And I failed myself.
But you saved her life.
Are you out of your mind? You saved her life. How can you feel guilty for that? When someone ODs in front of you and you give them a shot of naloxone on time, that's when you saved their life. The doctors who treated her saved her life. All I did was go to dinners and play a few rounds of golf with people whose work ethic I despised. Of course, I was glad she lived, but still, I felt so weak, so worthless. Edgar never said anything, but he was disappointed with me, all right. That's why you went away to the other side of the world? To prove that you were strong? I was confused, and I wanted to feel free from any personal obligations, feelings, judgments. But I fell in love with the mayor's wife. She was the head of the charity organization I worked for. Long story short, I ended up destroying a family and blowing up a respected charity, so there you have it. The walking ideal.
Well, I guess that just makes you human after all.
Wow. So, you're human after all? Please don't rub it in. Imagine carrying all that guilt inside of you just to learn that the only positive outcome of it all, Mom's life, ain't even true. Just give me my Sisyphus back, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely try to get this tattoo for him. So I guess we need to have a chat with the rest about getting this tattoo in order. The botanist is probably quite creative, so I'm hoping that maybe he can do the drawing and then the scientist can actually do the procedure. Hey, do you think you can design a tattoo?
So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus. Oh, the one who rolled a rock up the hill incessantly. Not bad for a tattoo. I'm not a professional artist, but I wasn't bad at art in school, so I suppose I could give you a simple design? Or maybe the others have more experience in graphic stuff. You could ask around.
Okay, I don't know about the scientist and whether or not he would actually have a creative side to him. Let's see. Workshop. Right here. Do you think you can design a tattoo?
So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus. You've come to the right man. I took an art course during my post-grad years. I think I should be able to come up with a professional composition. But of course, if you want to explore other options, I won't be offended.
Alright, let's see. Go back to the doctor. He's in machinery. Alright, well, I think I'm ready to give you your tattoo back.
So, I have a tattoo design for you. Oh, really? Can I see it?
Yeah, so I guess we'll give him the artistic design. Hopefully he likes it.
Turned out we have some real artists in the base. Check this out. Wow. Oh, that is nice. Even nicer than my old one. Thank you, man. Let's get it done.
Alright, so what does he need to do for that, though? Let me have a look at the tasks and check that out. So, craft a tattoo machine. Okay, so that's something that I just need to do in the workshop. Yeah, tattoo machine. We need to get a beacon up in order, but that's going to require metals and minerals, which I don't want to rush into too quickly. So let's hold off on that first, because we've still got some problems getting resources out there, right? So
all done here. Should I help with this now?
yes, you could go to the kitchen. And in the meantime, let's continue our resourcing efforts here, because in the previous episode I didn't quite get to connect up the automated outpost. And I was sort of umming and ahhing about, well, not umming and ahhing, I was sort of scratching my head about how to connect this. There is one thing that I want to try. Hopefully this could be the solution, but I know there's a bit of a cave system that's blocking the way here. But I'm sort of thinking, so this leads up this sort of, let's call it a tree trunk looking thing, and I'm sort of just wondering whether or not we have any visibility. Yeah, we do have some kind of visibility back here. So perhaps maybe we can make a connection. Might need to be like a hub pylon though. Can we even place this down here? Yeah, we can. Alright, so if I do a hub pylon there, just sort of hoping that I can now use regular pylons to make the connection. Yeah, there it is there, so oh, right, okay, so there is a little bit of blockage there, but I don't think we can get away from needing to use a couple of these pylons. Alright, good. Making progress. There's a little bit of organics just over here. I'll grab that.
This now?
Refinery. I think we've got some ALX to organics happening, so that sounds good to me. Darn. Okay. Careless of me. Probably should get rid of a whole bunch of these things, because they are sort of in the way. So this time around, with all of our ALX, we might be able to convert them to metals. A bit of water going on down here. Okay, so we should be able to make a decent, like, longer connection down here. I wonder if it's better to go around this way. Might be. Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to use 2 here as well. Perhaps maybe another hub pylon might not be a bad choice down here. But I guess that costs a little bit more. Okay, so now that that's done, let me just make sure that it is switched on. We should try to secure other resources, but at least we're going to be fed. The light I think is in this direction, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's coming from that sort of tree trunk up there. So let's have a look around. We've got some metals here. Not gonna worry about it just yet. Got enriched metals down here. Is there a way down though? Maybe not, but perhaps maybe this could be a spot for a pylon or something. I mean, there's another sort of blocker here, so I'm not even sure if we placed a pylon whether or not we'd be able to make the connection. It doesn't look like it, so yeah, I don't know what we would do from here, but anyway, I'm gonna firstly recharge the suit just a little bit, and then I'll take the other pathway, see what we can find down there. Yeah, actually, there are multiple pathways? Possibly. I'll go down from here first, or maybe not. Maybe I can't climb down from here. So, am I excited for enriched metals? Not really. I prefer finding just regular metals, to be honest, but... Oh no. Okay, I did not realize that we were being chased by another one. Time dilation here. Okay. Look, it's just like the enriched metals down here, so might not worry too much. I'll try and see if I can make my way around. Though this radiation buildup is pretty bad right now. What the hell?
Holy fuck. What's happening?
Okay, I need to have a chat with the scientist about this one. Because that we have not seen before. Okay, so my thought process is, worst case scenario, we can move the automated outpost down here. But I guess the issue for us might be finding the right spot to make a connection to the enriched metals, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna go for shallow metals. We'll work on that for a little bit before it gets dark. And then we'll have a chat with the scientist about whatever the hell that was that we just experienced. Another anomaly. Okay, radiation coming in. And yeah, I'm not sticking around for it this time around. Okay, so let's firstly have a chat with the scientist. If I can find where the research lab is.
You know what Jan gave me? Our first photo with Lena. The class photo.
Oh, I remember that. The moron who took it tried to convince me to write his thesis for him. As if I could ever stoop so low.
Right. I'm really glad I got it.
I hate not knowing what someone is plotting behind my back.
Right, okay, personal cabin. So, I discovered a prism anomaly.
I thought you'd like to know that I ran into a completely new kind of anomaly. First thing that came to my mind was that it's some sort of a prism distortion.
Really? What gave you that thought?
Well, it behaved as if the reality around me suddenly split up into many different fragments.
Wise of you to bring it to me. Any observations on interaction?
Well, it didn't seem to do anything specific to me physically. No radiation. But it sure was messing with my brain. Felt as if I was in several different places at once.
In a way, you might have been.
Huh? You mean?
Remember how I told you that anomalies are places where our world intersects with the integral? Well, what you're describing suggests a distortion in which it comes into contact with not one, but many proximity planes. Entering it is likely to evoke a sensation of being in several parallel realities at the same time. Calling it a prism is accurate, because it refracts your consciousness into many simultaneous states.
As if I didn't need enough reasons to lose my sanity.
Shit. As if I didn't have enough reasons to lose my sanity around here.
Oh, good point. You'd best not spend too much time inside them. Plus, I suppose it must make exploration very inconvenient.
Can I destroy them like the others?
It should be possible. You just need to locate all of its cores and take them down one by one.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
Okay, so at least it doesn't deal damage or, well, not damage, but like radiation. But it might be tougher to find all of the cores. So I will go back down there and deal with it again and see what happens. We may as well do some beer pong, just to round out the day. And then, yeah, we continue on the next. Trying to find a way through.
Really? There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah, I do wish that all of the altars' skill level increases the more you play with them. I don't think that actually happens.
Such an easy game.
Damn it. Kidding me?
There we go. Alright. Good. Time for bed.
Okay, you beat me. Now can I get back to things that actually...
Evacuation functionality.
Alright. So... where are we up to on the tattoo? I probably need to just quickly check on that. Oh, we've got a magnetic storm in a couple of days. I'm not looking forward to that, actually. Because, well, we're gonna need a lot more repair kits. ALX to metals. Probably be a good idea. Production-wise... okay, we've already got another drill cartridge, that's good. Tattoo machine. It's still coming along. Is there anyone in the workshop? Scientist is there. I don't know about Luminator range. Maybe Energy Gates inversion would be better initially, and then Illuminator range next. But let's leave him in the workshop for the time being, because I feel like the stuff going on in there is probably more important. The doctor... I think we can shift him to the kitchen. And... well, the greenhouse has nothing scheduled at the moment, so... I guess we can have the botanist in there. I really need to try and secure more resources. So I am starting my day out there a bit earlier than before. Do I continue down this path, or do I take a few other pathways? I'm thinking maybe we take a few other pathways first. It may actually connect down there anyway. So directly to the right of us. Yeah, if we can get the entire crew back together, that would be really good.
Tire tracks. It must be the Tur vehicle.
Nice, okay.
At least I know which way they went.
bit more metal here, which I won't worry about picking up straight away. Internal vein. Suppose I should get this though. Okay, leading us back. Somewhere up there. I'm thinking this might lead us around, or maybe over here. Okay, we've got another prism anomaly there. Yeah, real trippy. I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Man. Hey, get my bearings straight. Alright, it's right in front of us. Right there. Let me get out of this once more. I think that is the last one there. Okay. Or maybe that's it there. Right, yeah, this is very challenging, actually. Gotta find the core, the last core. I assume it's the last one. I thought this would be the core right here. Yes, it is, actually. Oh my goodness. Alright. That was really difficult. But I'm glad we did it, because we should be able to get minerals from this area. I suppose I should spend some time clearing a few more of these anomalies. Okay, another energy gate there. Alright, I think this is maybe a time dilation. Might need to deal with it. Okay, I lost a little bit of time there, but that's okay. Alright, do we start scanning? Let me just have a look here. I think we've got almost the entire area. There's a little bit up top. We might need to have a look around there as well, but we've got a little bit of energy right now to do like a scan of the minerals, so hoping that'll actually work out for us. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to climb this way. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Let's place down a advanced outpost. Could probably get an automated outpost, but look, at some point we're gonna shift people to do other stuff anyway. And look, we're not too desperate for minerals right now. Can we get a connection going through these caves though? Because that could be a bit of a worry. Yeah, okay. Looks like it's working. Well, we're not really headed the right way, are we? My bad, my bad. Let's grab that. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge. We can't go through here. So, I wonder if we can connect it back here. Alright, let's hold that thought. I might go back to where the vein is. Yeah, so these guys went all the way up here, which makes me feel like perhaps maybe they should be in this area somewhere. Bit of rupidium down here. I don't know if we really need to deal with the rupidium right now, though. I'll just grab a little bit. just in case we need it. Okay, internal vein though. Not sure where this is supposed to be leading us exactly. Okay, maybe it's coming back this way. Oh, no, no. No, not back here. Yeah, I thought it climbed up and over that way. I didn't really see a way around up here. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of this. Definitely doesn't lead down here. Should I be removing this? I don't really know. What benefit would that give me? Okay, let's check out what's going on around here. Right, we could bring Rapidium all the way up here, I think, if we wanted to. Then there seems to be a connection over here. Little pathway going on behind us. Oh god. Alright. I might need to use another battery here. And another vein. And another prism. Yeah, a couple of prisms here. Let's get rid of this. I think this is the prism that we saw last time we were out here. I don't have to deal with it immediately though. Okay, a bit of cargo. Grab that. Scout badge. A scout badge found in a cargo drop. Perhaps it can be useful.
Would you look at that? I found my Boy Scout badge. no fierce ocelots.
Now, I'm sort of thinking about whether or not I should be getting the Enforcer, or the Guard, or whatever, and just simply using up Rapidium that way. It could be useful because we sort of need all hands on deck. Alright, let's review things once more here. So I'm really confused as to where this the internal vein is actually leading us to. Let me just take a look at assignments here. I think Botanist can take over from the Scientist, and we get the Scientist researching. Doctor... yeah, we don't have anything queued there. You'd probably do Refinery, and then... yeah, I mean... we're sort of hanging on by a thread, considering the amount of production that we can do at the moment. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the prism first, before I even start with this internal vein. But, yeah, I just don't know how to get to the end of this vein here. So what's the deal? Climbs all the way up. Is that it? I don't think so. Seems a little bit too close. Oh, there it is. I'm only, like, catching a very small glimpse of it, though. Does it connect over here, perhaps? Maybe, because I don't think I've actually climbed up this way. Yeah, okay, here we go. Bit more of a connection. There we go. Alright. We'll bank that up. Don't need to use it immediately. And at this stage, I do need to get myself back to base, because radiation's about to come in. I can pick up a little bit more, but I probably can't stay out here for too long. Where am I? Ooh, okay, I'm pretty far from the base, actually. I need to swing around. No. I do not need the time dilation right now. Whoa. Yeah, this place is dangerous. Did I just see some metal? Yeah, okay, this is a gigantic metals deposit. I should actually be focusing on this. Anyway, I should focus on trying not to pass out, first and foremost.
Detectors and cargo left. Maneuvering here must have been a nightmare.
Alright. I was hoping to come across the rest of the crew, but we didn't manage to do that this time around. But perhaps maybe tomorrow we'll have some better luck. Okay, let's take a look. Production-wise, goodness me, Tattoo Machine is still on the way. I suppose we've been consuming a lot of stuff as we're exploring. So I'm glad that people are sort of upholding some of this stuff for us. I'm getting a little bit worried about the repair kits though, so why don't we add like another 3? And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get through whatever the storm throws at us. And as for today, I think we'll probably call it here. And I'll also call the episode here as well, guys. A little bit slow, I would have to say, but I'm very glad that we got the organics outpost sorted, finally. And I figured out a way to make that connection. So one more day before the magnetic storm, so we should hopefully be very, very productive on this day. And maybe even recover the rest of the crew so that we can all try to survive this storm. Thanks for watching, guys. As usual, drop me a like down below if you're enjoying things. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.